women's bodies have become war zones. The conflict in the Congo is fueled by the overconsumption of our devices. I dedicate my performance to survivors of war everywhere. This is Salima from Ruined. Do you know what I was doing on that morning? I was walking in our garden, picking the last of the sweet tomatoes. I just put Beatrice down in the shade of a frangipani tree because my back was giving me some trouble. Where was Fortune? He was in town, fetching a new iron pot. I had been after the man for a new pot for a month, and on that day, the damn man had to go and get it. A new pot. The sun was about to crest, but I still had to put in another hour before it got too hot. It was such a clear and open sky. This splendid bird, a peacock, had wandered into my garden and was taunting me with his feathers. I stooped down and I called to the bird. And I felt a shadow cut across my back. And when I stood, 4 men were over me smiling. Wicked, schoolboy smiles. Yes, I said. And the tall soldier slammed the butt of his gun into my cheek just like that. It was so quick, I didn't know I had fallen to the ground. One of the soldiers held me down with his foot. He was thick, heavy, like an ox. And his boot was cracked and weathered, like it had been left in the rain for weeks. The leather had the look of drying sorghum. His boot was all I could see as the others took me. My baby was crying now. Beatrice was a good baby. She never cried, but she was crying now, screaming. Shh, I said. And the tall soldier slammed his foot on her head, and she was quiet. Where was everybody? Where was everybody? I fought them. I did. But they still took me from my home, through the bushes, raiding thieves, evil demons. She is soup to be had before dinner. That is what someone said. They tied my foot to a tree, and the men came whenever they wanted soup. I make fires, I cook food, I listen to their stupid songs. I carry bullets, I clean wounds, I wash blood from their clothing, and I lay there as they tore me to pieces until I was raw. 5 months, chained like a goat. These men fighting for our liberation. Still, I close my eyes and I see such terrible things I cannot stand to have in my head. How can men be this way? It was such a clear and open sky, so beautiful. How could I not have heard them coming? Oh God, please give me back that morning. Forget the pot, Fortune, stay. That is what I would tell him. What did I do? I must have done something. How did I get in the middle of their fight? I walked into the family compound expecting wide open arms and embrace. 5 months suffering. I suffered every single second of it, and my family gave me the backs of their heads. And he, the man I loved since I was 14, chased me away with the green switch. He beats my ankles raw, and I dishonored him. I dishonored him. Where was he? Buying a pot? He was too proud to bear my shame, but not proud enough to protect me from it. Let him sit in the rain.